Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Upton by Lancyboi, where today we're doing some very pink forestry. It's about time that I did some forestry again. And as you can see, the plan is we're gonna do some wood chipping. I don't usually do this, but I couldn't afford a proper log trailer, so we're gonna do some wood chipping. Which hopefully isn't going to go too badly. He says, knowing that it's going to go horrifically wrong. Now the bigger logs, the ones that won't fit into the chipper itself, I will just start piling them up and storing them. Because I do have plans, and those plans, those plans are, that the logs that won't fit are not just going to be disposed of. Why is there... There we go. The logs that won't fit won't be disposed of. They'll just be stored up for when I can afford to get a log trailer, and we can move them then. So we have literally some... How much? It doesn't say, so I'm guessing the number is zero. Yeah, we have nothing in there as of yet. Great! Nothing has gone into the trailer. We are using it in silage configuration, so it does look a bit wonky. But we can make do. So let's just cut this log up a bit. Don't know. I'm just doing very kind of random cuts as in when I feel like it effectively. Now what I could do in theory is actually, and I might do this, load the trailer full of logs and use tip anywhere with the trailer to try and get the logs out, but that has a habit of being a bit weird and breaking things. Now a lot of these logs, why does that keep happening? A lot of these logs should fit into the chipper quite easily. Like this one should mostly fit if I don't completely miss. I'm not entirely sure why, but the little dot on the HUD seems to be enjoy being a bit weird. This log is a bit too long as well, so it's not crushing. Oh, again, it's chipping up nicely. It's not going into the trailer is too tall, I have realized. So I'll have to go get the other trailer. The trailer's too tall for this to work. Now the other trailer is over here. I was a bit too close to that piece of equipment for comfort. The other trailer is over here on the back of the John Deere. I don't want to use the John Deere though. Because I do want to go a bit all out on pink this week at least. Let's just say the tractor didn't fully start and we used the clutch there or something. Because it does enjoy being a bit wonky. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... I suppose I could do this with the chipper. I'm going to make a pile of logs. Please don't hit anything. Oh, that was surprisingly accurate from me for once. A pile of logs. I'm going to make a pile of wood chips even. That is... gonna act as a feeding mechanism for, or not a feeding mechanism, but just so that I don't have to go over and back to the sell point for wood chips constantly. And why is this not working correctly? Okay, this should just feed in directly. This log is too big. Doesn't want to work, does it? Come on. Be nice to me, log. And now you want to feed in. That was dumb. And it is now starting to fill the trailer, which is good. Apologies if you can hear background noise. I'm not the only person living in this house, so there is occasionally, you know, random noises and people talking. That's to be expected in a house that people actually live in. Come on, get into the... Come on, get... Okay, let's try... Go back here. and get picked up. And now you will go into the wood chipper. There we... That's a bit wonky, but it'll do. Will this log fit in, or will this have to go into the pile? This log might just go in. If I cut this log, like, here-ish, will it feed itself in? Kind of, maybe. I can force it in. Which... I'm gonna claim that's it working correctly. Yeah, this is gonna be the last one that'll actually fit though, isn't it? Because, oh, I'm flying. Unless, like, the other end will feed in nicely. Oh, it did. Okay. So those bits there are gonna have to go into the eventual wood pile. Let's get started on another tree. We'll cut it nice and low. I just realized that maybe I should have... Physics. Maybe I should have brought a mower over here or something, so I might run and grab a mower of some description. Come on, down you go. Kloosh. Don't have actual log falling sounds in Farm Sim, which is a bit of a shame. I'd love to hear the skloosh kind of sound. Which is the closest I can describe it to, like, the tree falling through and hitting the ground with the leaves or the branches making the crunching sound, and then the main trunk of it hitting and doing the katoosh. Be nice. But it's not something that's in the game, so it's something I can complain about. It's an improvement that can be made. Also, you know, the fact that I could do that maybe hints at the physics not being entirely perfect. So let's get this... Yeah, let's get this tree kind of debranchified. That's gone well. We'll cut it here. I might just make the end bit disappear. No, it did not. Let's grab the end bit here, and we're gonna not fly, please. Game, be nice to me today. There's a downside to cutting super long logs like this, is that you can't see what on earth you're trying to do. That end bit's just gonna flat out disappear, yep. Okay, here we go. Log into the wood chipper. See? Perfect. That barely did anything. Yet the trailer's already 20% full. Which is good, I guess. I've just realized, by the way, that I could load, in theory, the entire tree in. So let's try this. This is a stupid idea, and it's probably not going to work. But let's try it any... Nope, it's hit another tree. I do realize, by the way, that it is unrealistic to be able to carry a tree like this. It's not unrealistic to be able to pull it off the stump, believe it or not, but it's unrealistic to be able to just lift it up horizontally like this and carry it about. Okay. Don't know how close we are to the chipper, but let's start edging forward. We'll go to half walking speed. We're apparently very close to the chipper. It is chipping the tree. Unfortunately, it is also making me drop the tree every time. Okay. So, now if we cut bits off the end, it should just go straight into the chipper, like... If I were to do this... Come on, have I streamlined this process? No, I have not. That would have been too good and too easy, I guess. Ah, this tree is still a bit big, isn't it? This log. Come on, into the chipper and keep chipping. Be nice to me, please. There we go. And then maybe this bit might chip too. Like, we got a quarter of a trailer out of the first tree, so this one should be another roughly quarter trailer. Of course, not all trees are alike. And Farm Sim does like proving that. Also, yeah, that's the thing that can happen with the physics. That is very much not realistic yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that in real life you wouldn't be able to lift up a wood chipper with a log. And, you know, your bare hands. Okay, that's... yeah, now it's getting a bit too big. Can I shove that bit through? Yes. So the rest of this tree is just going to be joining the rest of the logs in the log pile. Let's get this tree next. Because I want to try and clear a space to work out of. If I can at all. Then we can start moving logs into a pile somewhere around here and worry about that kind of stuff. Either this tree is really, really big, or I've just gone off the end of it. So let's cut it here and see how much of the tree we're actually working with from there upwards. So let's pull this out, and oh, that's actually quite long. Wow. Okay. So this is actually a very tall tree. Well, it's somewhat in position. We can start cutting out a bit more for chipping purposes. And of course I cut the end off. So what it seems like is you need shortish little branchlets to feed into that, and it might give me a little scoot. It did. This should be like produced. Yeah, just been produced. It's like, yeah, there's literally some wood in that. I'll give you the tiniest amount of wood chips in the world ever. Trailer's up to 41% full. Come on, you. I know I could have, or probably should have, got the bigger wood chipper, but it wouldn't really have kind of... This happens far too often. I'm actually going to beat the log down as... oh, never mind. Log's down. I'm down. It happens far too often that you occasionally... I say occasionally, quite regularly pick up the wrong log entirely and end up flying. Or end up like on top of the log, and it physics gets quite unhappy when you do that, and it just is it, well, you're on top of something, so you should be above it, but you're holding it, so it should be below you. And then it kind of, yeah, just kind of derps out quite heavily, and it's just, no, stop flying. Does that. Which, granted, it's funny, but it does get annoying if you're trying to do something. And I think Chris the Irish Gamer did it with bales before. And I know Sim and Fahy and I did do it in a... I think we did... It went up on the channel in a multiplayer video. Where we figured out that that was a thing we could do with the round bales. And we started going on little flights up and seeing what happened if the bales hit the ground, and they ended up going through the ground, and we were all quite happy and laughy and oh, such fun. Oh. Such fun was had. I don't think I've got the sawdust mod installed, which is probably a good thing considering how much I'm going to be cutting these. If I had the sawdust mod installed, this would not be a fun situation to try and clean up afterwards. I've just noticed, by the way, the pipe is actually going back in the trailer as well. To kind of simulate it filling it evenly. That's quite nice. You can see it there, just scooted backwards. Let's at least start getting a log pile together here. And some of these are going to be super short, I've just realized. Some of these are going to be quite long. So this will all be very fun to get onto a big trailer at some point. I am walking around at half speed still, I've just realized, so let's fix that. I was wondering why it was taking me so long to get around the place. So that's, yeah, quite a decent length, that'll do as well. So let's start by turning on the Manitou. It tends to help if the equipment you want to use is turned on. And let's start at least trying to get these stacked up somewhere. Ideally, off to the side, like here-ish. I know that I barely moved that one, but that was... Do you know how that... Yeah, if we just start getting these somewhat stacked, I'll be quite happy. And I really don't mind trying to pick up two at once, because they're just being moved a short distance, relatively speaking. Over to here-ish. As I have an argument with my mouse over which direction I need to go. Okay, so that's 2.5 logs moved. This is much more productive than my usual forestry work, I realise this. Granted, we haven't got a full trailer of wood chips, but we have worked on 3 trees today. Which is approximately 2 trees more than I usually end up working with. Come on. This makes it look like I know what I'm doing, when in fact I'm just bopping them and seeing what happens. We might actually get to work on a 4th tree, which would be a minor miracle. Now the downside of making wood chips is they're pretty much worthless. And I completely appreciate the fact that they're worthless. And that's kind of one of the reasons I like doing them, is because it's a completely pointless job that does nothing of actual worth, which is kind of my life in a nutshell. It's... Oh, that's actually worked out well for me, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start getting a second row of logs going here now. Again, I'm just gonna say this again because I know there's gonna be people complaining. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of picking them up the logs and moving them to over in this area so that they're out of the way. If I'm not doing it in a realistic manner, just deal with it, please. I'm not a forestry person. I very rarely do it, so you should be glad that you're even getting a forestry video. I need to move my glasses because they're rattling and hitting off things and I don't want them breaking. There we go. So, I think we're making good progress here. I think we're doing well. Considering this is forestry, and it's me, I think it's going definitely better than I expected, because I'd kind of expected mayhem and chaos and much anger. Although there is a magic hitbox going on over there, which I'm not entirely sure about. I saw that. I saw you flick up to the wrong side. Loader arm thingy majiggy. Don't think I'm blind. Just because I got glasses doesn't mean I'm blind. Come on, and down you go. Come on, down. Down. It feels like I'm on The Price is Right. Come on down! And, oh good lord, we've actually got all this... Okay, this one I'm gonna have to feed into the chipper if I can, because this is just too small to be of any worth. And it's too big to fit into the chipper. Wonderful. I'm just gonna move this over by hand, because it's not worth wasting the fuel in the Manitou. I've also just realized I can do this. And cheat a tad. Because Nancy likes putting stuff underground. I can get more wood for my wood if I did that. Haha. It is cheating, yes. Is it wrong? Probably also yes. Is it realistic? No. Is it funny? Yes. Does it entertain me? Yes. Am I going to probably do it again? Yes. I think the trees are getting their own back for my cheatiness. Can I get this to load in without losing the end of it this time? Kind of, sort of, maybe. If I were to load it in the exact opposite way around, it might work. Heavy end first, because then the center of gravity will be like towards the heavy end. This might just work. Maybe, perhaps, possibly. Because the logs do work on... Thank you, Farmson. The logs do work on center of gravity. And also, you know, magical flying physics, because, hey, why not have magical flying physics? And, okay, that actually makes sense, so I'm not going to complain about that one. Oh, magical flying farm sim physics. I hate you so much. Where's the log here? There. Grabby. Movie. Stoppy flyy. And chippy. Wonderful. I'm just going to move this entire tree. So bear with me one moment while I pick the tree up. All the way up. And bring it back down. Bring it back down on top of the tractors, yes. Perfect. This is a high caliber logging right there. Just, you know, casually cut the log while you're standing on it. On the bit that's going to fall. Let's pick it up from this end here. Bring it around. And oh my god, I have accidentally turned this into a log rest. That's kind of beautiful. I think this is going to be all the chipping I can do with this log as well. Might have cut this at the exact right point for it to not chip me on. Oh, for the love of... This was at 90 degrees to the... Well, this was like parallel to the trailer before, and now it's behind it. Okay, that's gonna be where it sits now. And where's the bit of log that I've been having an argument with? Here we go. This might actually feed in correctly now. Or, you know, not. Come on. There's room for you. Come, get out of the... Stop sticking to things. Oh, there we go. Alright, now this can just kind of scoot out a bit. And if I cut it, we'll say here. And then again, I'm gonna move these by hand because the Manitou's just not got the speed and grabbing power that I'd like to do this quickly. Because I want to get these into the stack before I finish off the episode, which is going to be in a moment's time. So let's get this over and on top of the stack here, like this-ish. And grab this bit, which seems now incredibly long. I may have cut this badly. Pop this down here-ish. Like that. It is quite long compared to the rest of them. Oops. I am cutting them by hand, so I mean, you gotta cut me some slack there. Put this one at the back here, like this. Ish, and it somehow stayed in place. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off the Puma, turn off the Manitou, and bring the New Holland out to the sawmill, which is quite a distance away. Never mind. Actually, can I get there in a reasonable time frame? Yeah, let's try and get to the sawmill. Why not? So we'll set off the 15,000. Wow, 15,000 liters of wood chips we made. Okay, that's why the trailer was taking a while to fill up. Set off the 15,000 liters of wood chips we made, and get like £300 for it. I'm under no false illusions. This is going to be like no money at all. You know, I'm not going to claim this is the best way to make money ever with forestry. No, it's actually to install a boatload of mods and make like insane stuff like planks and cardboard boxes and stuff and pallets. But actually the planks are useless because they sell as wood chips. The cardboard boxes, pallets and stuff, way better to use wood chips on. This is just a quick and easy way to sell them. You know, no mods required, perfectly doable on console, and probably requires well, actually more effort than trying to stack them on a trailer. If you don't have fancy scripts to make things out of wood chips, then probably just don't make wood chips. Unless you need them for something. I don't know why you'd need wood chips. Thank you. What? We're gonna have dinner tonight. No. Sorry about that. I had to have a little quick chat with my mother dearest. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to make wood chips at all. And I've got a new screen protector for my phone, which is great because the one that I had on broke because they did its job. So I'm gonna be putting that on immediately after finishing this, and then go back to recording and do the West Coast videos for this week. Yay! This is my plan for the day. Also, the painkillers have kicked in, and I feel good. If you watch Tuesday's video, you'll know that I went to get painkillers at the end because, oh my god, the pain and discomfort. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit better now. There's no ankle update for Thursday because it's still Monday for me. Hopefully it feels better by Thursday. because it's really actually getting on my nerves now that it's, you know, always sore. And it's honestly not the pain isn't the annoyance now, it's just the fact that it won't go away. But we are almost at the wood chip sell point here. And ooh, that's an interesting, that's very interesting. Lancy's just straight taking all this from Goldcrest. That's amazing. Sorry, it's just sometimes I see like Goldcrest assets like the wood chip sell point, and I'm like, wow, that. Do you know what? That actually fits. Usually they look out of place, but the way Lancy's built this map up, the fact that it's kind of worn looking and old, it kind of fits nicely. But that is gonna do it for today, guys. We're making a lot more money with this than I thought. I'm gonna leave it here. I'll leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Upton. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.